How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Caddison here as we are reacting to another episode of Charmed with Season 2, Episode 9. We are not that far off from the halfway mark, aka I think it should be next week by the time I am hitting that point in the season. So, yeah, and hopefully this episode won't be as much of a gut punch as the last episode was, because yeah, it was really sad, especially given the circumstances on the Hallowell's mother, of course, Paddy, as we found out a bit more about her. We obviously saw her in the 70s episode, yeah, we basically got to see bits and pieces about how she sadly fell. So, yeah, especially being involved with a fellow white lighter, which obviously pays some connectivity to Leo and Piper. Something that has been attacking my heart all season long, considering the kerfuffle between both Piper and Leo, especially with Dad being involved. And there is that normality and, of course, the rules with Leo. It is very complicated to kind of have Piper and Leo basically thrive in a relationship. So yeah, but it was really moving, and I really loved how the last episode was. Really, it was one of my favorites this season, and yeah, like I said, hopefully this doesn't become as much of a gut punch emotionally, because no thanks. I want to be happy. I want to, you know, be all jolly and all of that. So please don't hurt me. So with that said, let's get into episode number 9 of season 2 for Charmed. Let's go.
I'm a normal. I don't even care that it's Friday.
Don't even say it.
Wait.
The 13th. See?
Oh. You just had to say it, Piper. Shit. Oh! Well, that worked well for you, didn't it? Oh boy.
We're the only other name not crossed off. A hit woman. Someone obviously hired her.
Someone who knew that we had powers. I mean, look.
I mean, I was gonna, like I said.
Power to freeze, Phoebe.
Yay.
What?
Okay, so
Negligible?
negligible.
Well, that
Wait.
explains why she drove us to the front door and surprised us from. We're witches. We have powers. And we think that there's a
Oh shit.
demon behind this. The only way for us to find out who it is if you can keep all of this quiet for as long
Hush,
as
hush.
possible.
Is he gonna believe this?
We're in this together, aren't we?
Yeah, but...
Oh, whoa.
Prue?
Hello. What the
Prue.
Whoa! What the hell just happened?
Oh, is that her?
No!
No!
Ooh, boy! That was very lucky.
My God.
Current resident. Oh my goodness, Prue. I mean, she's killing it.
She must not have lived here long. All the mail is marked resident. Were you twirling?
No.
His right-hand man, DJ. Bane is very unhappy with you, and he'd like to see you now.
Oh no.
Okay, sorry to disappoint you boys. Let's go. Get out of here. Come on. You know that they think I'm Hellfire.
So?
So maybe I should go with them.
Blend
Maybe
in.
the best way to find out who hired her is to pretend to be her. Okay, it's very.
Right. Yeah. Well, lesson learned, all right? Just never lie to me again. Understood?
Thank you.
Is that jingle at all? I'm kidding.
Clothes left.
Wow.
Hey.
You are more beautiful than I imagined.
We finally meet.
Champagne at this hour? Where are you?
Me?
To us.
Oh
Hey, Prue,
no,
you know
this
me,
ain't
I'm all for having a good time,
awkward.
but we're under some serious pressure here.
Yeah, I know.
She's doing it again.
Are you there?
Both places at once.
Who?
Looking for me?
Oh! Oh
Where did you come
shit!
from? You really don't want to know. Trust me. Why aren't the
It
witches
makes freaking sense.
dead? Answer me. Is that your boss is being double-crossed, and when he finds out, he's going to kill you for not protecting him?
Oh. Oh! Yeah, I don't think Bane's gonna like this. Unless they were just blanks. Yeah, they're blanks, okay.
Pretty cool, huh?
Just make him quake in his boots a little.
I want you to move in with me.
Going a bit fast, aren't we, Dan?
If it's your sisters you're worried about, they can move in too. Since Jenny moved back with her folks, there's just plenty of room.
Okay.
Such a great... Yeah, and guess what? She's got a new power. She can astral project now.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
I hate her.
I know. All right, I'm gonna send Dan home. You keep Marcy
Let's
in the
give
house until
some
this is all
justice to
over.
Phoebes.
All right, then we'll talk.
Why, your greatest fear, of course. Which is being autopsied yourself.
Oh, no way. No way. Okay, I know you like to enact on fears, but that is dark.
Fear of drowning. What else can he do?
Well, maybe tap into some other fear. You can't defeat him alone, Prue.
I know that. But for now, I'll be okay. I'll call you guys and check in.
Because I was gonna say, we've just dealt with the whole water situation in the last episode. We don't need that 2 episodes in a row. The show shouldn't be trauma-based. And yet, here we are. Holy shit! I feel like I can see where this is gonna go as well. Like, obviously he's gonna be bummed out about the fact that she was pretending to be Miss Hellfire, but I feel like, oh no.
What's your problem?
I need to talk to you.
Oh boy.
Life and death.
And I think the real Ms. Hellfire is.
Deception. Disgrace.
With your protective beams.
Oh, please stop.
Give all who dwell within your spell.
The fact Piper is done with her shit.
Okay, that's all, folks.
Turkey could be so annoying.
How long do you think I can keep her?
It's not a good time.
Never. I mean, always. Once you've, come in. Come on back.
Oh no.
Here, let me help you.
No, Piper.
No, I got it.
Piper,
Oh,
I got
no.
it. Piper.
Just as identities in order to kill them. But you must kill the imposters first. By midnight.
Oh shit.
Imposters.
Shit.
Then I get to deal with her.
She's become the very thing she swore to destroy.
That protection spell. Thank you so much. And now we have to go now. Okay.
Come, Inspector. My work here is done.
We just leave this here.
Oh man. And you can breathe.
You need to freeze her fast.
Good witches don't freeze, remember?
She doesn't look so good right now.
I won't let you kill my sisters.
Holy da- oh my god!
Out. Patio, fast. Come on.
Oh, I don't like seeing these girls fight.
Come on. No. It's me you want over here.
No, Prudence, come on, me.
No, me.
Yeah, we go. It's like a tug of war, isn't it? Hey.
Me? Baby, we warmer yours, and then you gave them to me.
How
Come
do you
on.
know all this?
Because we're your
Guess
sisters,
what?
Prue.
Sisters.
Not imposters. There we go. Okay. She's gone back. Great. Oh no.
No.
Good boy.
Think about in jail.
It won't be the only thing I think about, I promise.
Oh.
Is that a threat?
Nah,
It's a
I
compliment.
yeah, I was thinking, yeah. He likes you.
Especially if I get your room.
Yes, you could have my room. That is, if I was moving out.
Oh, you're not gonna move out?
Ooh,
Oh, that's
poor
so
dad.
good because you need to be with your
Ouch.
sisters just a little while longer.
Yes.
I adore Dan, but it's just way too soon for me to move in.
Exactly, it's a bit quick in my opinion.
$175,000.
Excuse me?
It's the market value of the anonymous estate donation I've been out acquiring. Their one request is that all proceeds go to Stop the Violence Foundation. Not bad for a day's worth of work now, is it?
No, it
Shuts his mouth.
certainly isn't. And you know, I never doubted you for a moment, partner.
Yeah, sure.
Liar.
Sure.
Let's go celebrate.
This was quite a fun episode. And yeah, there was just a lot of enjoyability, especially with Prue posing as Miss Hellfire and weakening Bane, I would say. So yeah, I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for the bad shenanigans that Bane was up to, you know, I could see something working. Maybe, but alas. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like with the way that Prue and Bane interacted, I think it worked a lot better than Prue and Jack, really, in my opinion. I feel like I am on a bit of a Jack hate train for some reason. I don't want to say I hate the guy, but I just don't, you know, I'm not a huge fan of his character. So there's just something about him that just, as I said in the last episode, that just doesn't gel well with me. So yeah, and I just really loved the interactions between Bane and Prue. So yeah, but it was a really great episode for Prue in the, I mean, last episode was especially with her confronting her fear, but this one had a lot of fun, as well as the whole squabble. Well, I wouldn't say the squabble, but the fight that we had with Prue against Piper and Phoebe. So yeah, it was pretty cool, as well as the whole astral projection thing that she has developed, which you know, I feel so bad for Phoebe, because you had Piper who was it seemed like her abilities have expanded a bit as well, because she was able to unfreeze Bane whilst Barbas was still left in limbo, and you've got Prue, who now has this ability to astral projection. Of course, she's got to think about being in two places at once. So, yeah, and then there's Phoebe, who is still seeking for that active power, really. So, yeah, I mean, I do feel so I do feel so bad for Phoebe, because she did echo those that sadness that, oh, she gets this cool astral projection ability, and in my opinion, this episode, we didn't even see her use her powers in this, so I feel like with Phoebe, she needs to be given an act, she needs an ability, rather than just seeing the past or seeing the future. She needs her skill set needs to expand, because it is something that I have noticed. I feel like with Prue and Piper, we do see them use their abilities a lot more. Of course, with them in the heat of battle, I guess, it is more handy than, you know, just seeing into the past or future or whatever. So yeah, and of course we saw in episode 2 her abilities would expand, although that did have a very, very hefty cost. So yeah, but like I said, with Phoebe, I feel like there needs to come a time at this season where her abilities should expand, because you know, it does hurt seeing her feel dejected about the fact that she is stuck in no I guess woman's land really, and you have Prue and Piper who are I feel like expanding their abilities furthermore whilst Phoebe is there. So yeah, but we might see it in the next few episodes, fingers crossed, who knows. So yeah, but yeah, Prue, like I said, this was a great episode for Prue, especially with the flirting towards that like that darker path. It's always great when they when Charmed does a story where you have a character from the Three Hallowells flirt with the more, well, I wouldn't say dark, because I'm just thinking back to when Piper turned into the Wendigo, and obviously that was and that was a more sadder affair, wasn't it? So yeah, but still they've had their moments really. We know with the Woogie Man, yeah, the that affected Phoebe, so we saw how that turned out. And with Prue, yeah, she was just dressing the part, and of course we had Barbas making her the part by influencing her mind that the sisters were the imposters. So it is, like I said though, it is really, really good when you flirt with that dark side, and you have the Hallowells just yeah, you just have them be in a very, very I don't know, interesting direction, because they do it differently for Piper, for Phoebe, because like I said, with Piper there was a more emotional and sadder affair there, whereas it was very, very daunting with Phoebe when she was possessed, and there was a lot of fun with Prue in this, with her trying on the costume and thinking, you know what, I could get used to this, and even then with her interactions with Bane, you know, I feel like you could really absorb the chemistry between them two. It was really, I don't know, it was pretty fun. So yeah, I also gotta say though, with the whole astral projection thing, I do find it funny how if you want to think about it, the episode which proves it anyways, that, you know, might kind of foreshadow the whole astral projection development thing, because obviously we had Prue lamenting about the fact that she wishes she could be in two places at once, and we had that really, which turned out well, didn't it, for Andy, because that created a whole bunch of kerfuffles. So I guess this is a more safer situation, because she can zip into, well, two places at once, only for a temporary time. I'm sure that's going to expand, of course. It's just a new power that's just developed. So yeah, but I was just thinking back to when she was talking about you know, I wish I could be in two places at once. We had that went well. So yeah, it was pretty great stuff. But yeah, it was great seeing Barbas return again, which I guess should have clicked on with the fact that there was, I guess, a bit of secrecy that Bane was alluding to in regards to his boss, and it was Friday the 13th, and obviously Barbas made that appearance in that other Friday the 13th episode. So yeah, it was really great to see him try to make his return, from purgatory permanent, really. 13 witches on Friday the 13th, they need to die. So yeah. I'm not sure though if, even if hypothetically he had the Hallowells killed, like if he would be free, because Marcy was on the list and she wasn't crossed off. So she'd need to die as well. Like, there was all of that priority placed on the Hallowells. But to be fair, they are a lot more powerful than Marcy. And not just that, though, but Barbas has a bit of history with them. So, you know, with Marcy, it's probably a lot more easier work in terms of getting rid of her. That she is not as much of a priority compared to the Hallowell sisters. I mean, she nearly died. If it wasn't for Morris and Phoebe, then she would have died. So it might have been a lot more easy. Whereas Phoebe, Prue, and Piper, they are a lot more difficult to take on, as Barbas has experienced himself. So yeah. But no, it was really, really great stuff to have in return. And speaking of Marcy, what a very, very eccentric and yeah, I just gotta love though. Piper is very, very open about. I would say she's a very open character in regards to. I don't know, befriending or whatever. She is very wholesome in terms of attitude, but even she was done with Marcy's shtick. So it was just I don't know, a bunch of fun with Marcy. So yeah, I just really, really loved her involvement and how she became a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a crutch, I would say, for well, Piper and Phoebe especially. Prue was a bit busy, so yeah, but it was pretty great stuff. And we also, and speaking of Piper, yeah, we did have that bit where Dan asked if Piper would like to move in with him. See, it's a bit rushed. It is a bit rushed. I mean, how long have they, I guess, officially been dating after the whole kerfuffle with Leo and Piper was dealt with? I don't know how long it has been in terms of months or whatnot, but it's not been a year or whatever. So that's one thing. That's one thing for sure. And I'm just thinking, it's a bit quick, isn't it? I mean, you haven't even been in this season for like half of it, really. I mean, we're approaching the halfway point, but still a bit quick. And even then, there was some complications with Leo and Piper that we needed to address before this could officially become a thing. So yeah, Piper recognized that though, so yeah, it's understandable why she had to put any kinds of plans on her moving in with him on pause for the time being. So yeah, I mean, I am kind of growing to Dan, but yeah, a bit fast there. So, oh man, but yeah, this was pretty good though. The beginning bit was awesome though. It was really, really hectic, and yeah, I mean, it really, really sucked for the real Miss Hellfire because of the fact that she walked into that not with the fact that she thought she was going to get the upper hand, and then obviously you had Prue reacting in self-defense. Obviously, she was not feeling too great about the fact that she protected herself in a very, very, a manner that is not really something that would be that would take up main priority. Like reverse the bullets back to her, basically. But, I mean, she was shooting up the place, so, and she was just protecting herself and her sisters. So, understandably, why, there is a reason why she is a bit bummed out. But at the end of the day, I would say she just acted on self-defense, really. So, yeah. So it was a really, really cool scene, especially with Piper just freezing the bullets like that. And then obviously Prue working with her. Again, though, going back to the whole Phoebe thing, this is like why I feel like Phoebe needs something to give her a bit of a push, as well as the fact that this would, I mean, there is the fact that she is a badass, like when it comes to utilizing physical action with her kicks and whatnot. that is very, very fundamental. So yeah, it is a bit of a bummer that is that she doesn't have a power that she can work in tandem with, I guess, Prue or Piper. But I guess, you know, her badass skills, that kind of compensates for that, really. So, and I think we're going to have an episode at some point where she does start to realize that, you know, she doesn't need a power to I guess, be very, very fundamental in a fight. She could just kick ass, etc. So, yeah. But it would be very, very cool to have. So yeah, but I think we'll address that at some point this season. And yeah, we need to talk about Morris as well because of the fact that he found out. So, like I said, I didn't think that he would find out at I guess this point in the season. I thought they would eke things out a bit further until near the end of this season before Morris would... Obviously, he was going to find out at some point. It was just a matter of when. And here we are. And, you know, going to the Andy and Morris dynamic with season 1, it was always very, very interesting to, like, especially the first episode, I believe it was, when they were talking about the believability of witches and whatnot. And there was a bit more of a shut-down response, I believe, from Morris, whereas Andy was a bit more, like, open to discussing the possibilities. Hey, there are people who believe in, like, aliens and all of that. Even if we haven't got any proof, it's not really a surreal situation. And it's... I think one of the interesting things about Morris is the fact that I was always, like, when that moment came, I was always going to be very interested in seeing how he would react to the revelation that the Hallowell sisters are witches compared to Andy, because obviously it's a lot more poignant with Andy because of the fact that we had that episode where he initially found out and it was a bit complicated. So yeah, and obviously that put a bit of a strain on Prue and his relationship, as well as the fact that there was that personal stake in things, because with Prue, obviously she still felt for Andy and she wanted to protect him. Whereas none of the Hallowell sisters, they don't really have any of those feelings for Morris, but you know, he's, I guess, within their circle at this point, because I mean they have seen each other frequently, and Morris knows about the fact that there is, well, before the revelation he knew there was something going on, but there was nothing that was opening those doors until Phoebe just decided to, you know, blur. I mean, to be fair, there wasn't really a way to kind of justify this in terms of, okay, so how are we going to sweep this under the rug? This assassination attempt, there's a body there with, you know, entry wounds. You don't have a gun. So how are we going to brush this under the rug? And there was really no way of explaining this. And I think Phoebe knew at this point, he's going to find out eventually, so we may as well just rip the armband off and go off. So yeah, I gotta say though, I loved how she was very, very, I don't know, enthusiastic when they were going to save Marcy. And then he's like, with Morris, he's still like just digesting everything, but he's doing it in a more... He's doing it in a way that isn't really, you know, his mind freaking out, and he's just I don't want to say it's kind of numb, but it's like, okay, so I'm just trying to get my head around this, because it's not something that I thought was a possibility, but here we are, I guess. So I'm just trying to digest everything, and yeah, I will I guess come to that. I will come to a more accepting role at some point. I just gotta like wrap my head around things and put my focus on saving Marcy, etc. So yeah, but it was very, very important for me, I feel, to not have his reaction to be akin to Andy's because, you know, I like the idea, like, especially with Andy and Morris and potentially others down the line, maybe Dan. I like the idea of course, people reacting in different ways. With Andy, his mind was just blown, and it was very, very difficult to process everything. But there's a more calmer demeanor from Morris this time around, which is really, really good, and I think it's very on brand with I guess Morris's character. So yeah, but I like Andy's situation in Before Morris Dies within a few episodes time. It will be very interesting to see how things will go from here in terms of how he interacts with the Hallowell sisters, as well as of course how the astral projection spell is going to be utilized from here onwards, because it was very useful with Prue's situation when she was she was convinced that Phoebe and Piper were imposters. So it should be very interesting, but fun episode, which I really, really loved. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!